Yo, what is up guys? So welcome back to another vid note on F123 today on this channel. So as today's vid note, as you can see by the title, is there is another patch to this game. So I did explain it on Friday in the previous vid note, the one with had a good race at Silverstone last time out. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's on my channel. I'll put it at the end of the screen at the end of this vid note, so you can watch it later, anytime you want. So yeah, so the 115 patch is finally here. Took a few weeks to find another patch, but it's here now. That happened yesterday on Monday. So sport novelties, sport updates, and F223 cars are onto this game now. It's not just the F2 as well for 23 season. You got the nudity updates, you got other updates as well, like what these fixing and bugs fixing as well and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, F2, the 2023 season, cars and drivers are in the game now. You can drive in the 2023 season F2 cars now. I mean, it's there if you want to. I mean, it's there if you don't mind it. I mean, I might not do it because I haven't done F2 in a while, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do F2, but I mean, it's kind of, it's not like last year's game, because the game is not that good, so that's why we did F2 last year's game, compared to this one. It's okay on this year's game, but it's just needs fixing a little bit, and alright. So yeah, the F2 cars are 2023 season is definitely in the game now, so you can do it anytime you want. And then also, it's not just F2 cars as well and drivers, and for the 2023 season, is there's sports updates for vehicles like the Ferrari I'm using right now, and then you got other things as well like updating novelties as well. There isn't one in the patch. There was one in the fixing in the patch says the Ferrari SF23 I'm using right now for this vid note, racing at Spa in the background, just for fun, open lobbies in the background, just for fun. I'm using the Ferrari nudity today. I thought I'd give it a shot, and also red's my favourite colour, so I'm not a Ferrari fan, but I'm kind of it sounds like the Red Bull, Mercedes fans, or McLaren fan, I don't know, something like that, or Williams fans. I mean, I'm not a Ferrari fan, I'm not a Red Bull fan, I'm not a Mercedes fan, all that kind of stuff. I'm just seeing what's going on. I don't have a support team or support a driver, I don't know, something like that. It's a bit of, I don't have a favourite team or driver in F1. I just want good racing, good battling for the title, and good racing as well, and all that kind of stuff. And all that. That's what I'm here for, not just favourites and all that. And also, Spa is a good track. I don't mind Spa. It's a good track to drive on. Best track on the Canada every once a year. I don't mind that actually. So yeah, so there was one about this Ferrari. Fixed the issues where the top of the halo were not correctly on the Ferrari SF23. So it's on the halo is where what was not correct on this Ferrari. This was the 114 patch I'm using right now. That was before this update for today, or yesterday, whatever. So this I'm racing the Ferrari right now. That was taken a few days ago, or last week, when I was doing open lobbies for fun. So that was before the patch. So the halo should be a little bit different compared to this one, what I'm using right now. So that's what I'm using this video for today, for about this patch. There are also some fixes as well. It's not just Ferrari, it's also Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, for Williams, and all other teams as well down the line. They also have nudity updates, sponsor updates, aero, bodywork, aero, and also teams colours as well. So on top of that, changes to the 2023 season, since the beginning of the season, all that. So they have some different bodyworks, aero, colour, sponsors and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just Ferrari, it's also other teams as well. So other 9 teams as well. So something like that. So that's different as well. So yeah, so can't wait to test them out and then see what's going on down the line and see if it's better, if it's not too bad or not. I'm not sure this is the best patch yet, since the other ones. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure this is the best patch yet, but I have to wait and see on that while this game goes along. Well, along the way. Well, in about a few weeks' time, maybe. See if it's good or not. So I have to wait and see on that. I have no idea. So I'm just here for fun. So that's what I'm doing right now. And also, it's not just fixing on the Ferrari. They also fix the bump on the pit lane entry at Circuit Barcelona Catalunya in Spain. Unsettles the car. So when you have that bump in the entry, they normally get a bump and then it goes into, I don't know, into a tyre barrel, into a wall, or even sometimes you miss it when you go left, just done correctly and avoid the wall and all that kind of stuff. I'm doing in Spain in the next race, so that is why I'm saying it, because it has fixed the bump on the pit lane entry at Spain. So I did try it out earlier. I think it was Monday evening when I tested it out, and it turns out it's not too bad, and it feels much better than it was before. So yeah, if you are doing Spain, it should be 10 times better than since the game came out, really. So when they fixed the bump on the entry of the pit lane and all that. So yeah, so I did try it, and it was much better than before. No bumps, and also I can go through there nicely and all that in the race, maybe if it's more than 5 laps or something like that. Yeah, there's more fixes and more bugs to this game. So like the Singapore Grand Prix, the new layout happened on the 110 patch a few patches ago. There was a new layout, and then there was like 61 laps on the old layout. They forgot to change to 62, because in real life it was 62, I think. I didn't watch it because I was doing other things at the time. Maybe I was working. I was working that day, but I didn't see the race, because I have seen the results, but I didn't realise it was 62 laps. So yeah, and also yeah, so it's 62 laps on the new layout. So I hope I think that's fixed. Well, I think they're fixing the race distance, the 100% race. So I'm guessing that should be fixed as well. Hope it works. And also fix the issues where impossible to get a speeding under a safety car penalties when entering the pits with the data time. I don't have that issue when I'm playing this game. Every time there's a safety car or penalties in the pit lane, I don't know. I never had that issue before, but if it's like career mode or online sometimes. I did do 2 25-cent races one time. That all happened last week when I did Qatar Monza. The pit lane was kind of alright. I didn't get a penalty for it. Well, apart from getting a 5-second penalty for going over the speed limit. That's it, really. I have no issues with that, so I'm kind of okay with it. But I don't know why, but it's fine. I'm okay with it, but I think some have issues with it, but I'm fine with it. It's just the bump on the pit lane entry at Spain, and also a little bit of crossplay delays a little bit sometimes. They didn't say anything about crossplay though on here, so I'm quite surprised. And also something like that. We only got his general stability and minor fixes, and that's it. So as usual on those two, as always, every patch, no surprise there. They got Pro Series drivers in Icon drivers pool in my team. So you got like my team, you got like Icon drivers. They also can do it on Pro Series as well. So that's quite an interesting one. I don't even do Pro Series. I don't do Pro Series or F1 World Series or something like that. I don't know. I don't even do that anyway. So the next race is at Sanford. Oh, my apologies. I thought it was Spain, but it turns out I made a mistake there. So I did it's Sanford and Baku. I get this right. On this one, not Spain. I thought it was Spain, but it turns out it's Sanford. So my apologies for that. Yeah. So yeah. So back to this patch. They did issues on the front suspension on the cars, not to the wheel. So I think it's something to do with the wheel on this game with the front suspension. I don't know. I mean, it's a bit weird using a controller, the wheel, but it can do both really. But I don't know, something like that. Yeah, that's front suspension or on this game. Hope they fixed it. So if you are using the wheel and all that. And also the other one is fix it incorrect or corner cutting, I meant to say, and track limits at the Las Vegas strip circuit, Las Vegas circuit. This time trial leaderboard for Las Vegas to reset this patch. So I'm guessing they're resetting Las Vegas in this patch. So resetting the times in time trial on the Las Vegas strip circuit. I think some corner cutting, track limits. So they're fixing issues on that at Las Vegas. So they're also at Las Vegas on the track limits, corner cutting, and also so that's another one. That's another one that needs fixing as well. So on this patch. And also the time trials. It's on time trial. They reset the time trial at Las Vegas on the reset to the reset. So everything's back to normal on the TT. So that means you have to do it again properly to make sure you don't get track limits or something like that on this one. That's another one that needs fixing as well. So on top of that, yeah. So these are all the patches are on this game, so that's what I said at the moment. Yeah, I'm quite surprised there was no crossplay issues. Well, I'm not sure what's wrong with... I don't know. There's nothing for crossplay, so I'm quite surprised for that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this game or this patch, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. Yeah, a little bit of nagging when I was in this race. I was just trying to survive, and because curves around Sanford are quite tricky compared to the other circuits, so I'm just trying to be careful and just make sure I get to the end, make sure I have enough battery, make sure I don't go under 10%, and so I can get to the end and all that. Yeah, I saw, when I was doing this race, I was quite surprised how that Ferrari got a good start. And then those who got tangled on that free, you guys saw that, at the exit of turn 1, before turn 2 and 3, that was very lucky for me. So I did let him through, so I made the right decision there for once. So I was quite lucky there. So yeah, so I was quite surprised. Yeah, so Spa was P2, the leader was gone. It was miles ahead, so I couldn't do anything about it. This race exactly the same, but just doing the best I can, try to get to the end and all that. And yeah, I think I finished P2 in this race, so on that one. Well, in the background I'm doing right now. Yeah, so what do you think about the patch? Did it make any difference, or did it fix a few things, like the pit entry at Spain, and also other fixes like the data or the safety car or suspension on the wheel, something like that, or like that, what I'm saying, or even Singapore with 62, that's in 60, well, changed to 61 in 62. They changed that a little bit. Yeah, so that's, I mean that's what I had to say about this patch. Here's a 115. I'm quite surprised there was only one or two things haven't fixed yet. The crossplay, and there's no track updates, by the way, on this game. No, not on this patch, I meant to say. yeah, so I think they're just focusing on this game, focusing on the nudities, F2, others needs fixing as well, including all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I say it's not a bad thing what they've done here, but I'm not sure it's the best update yet. But I have to wait and see that in a few weeks' time, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah, so this was before the patch when I was doing these races, so the halo looks a bit different compared to right now, so I did say that earlier in this video, so just to mind you guys on this one. Right, coming towards the end of this race, still P2 again, to 2 races out of P2 on this one by 2 quick drivers at the front and all that, by leading the race, I think, if I get it right. Yeah, so that was Sandfort for that one. I don't mind Sandfort, I don't mind it, but I'm okay with it, so it's fine. So we're off to one more race now. It's at Baku, the next race. So this race was quite interesting because watch this race, because this race was fantastic. When I was racing, I was struggling because I was trying everything to make sure normally around Baku you have brake problems around Baku, so I was trying to brake a little bit early and then accelerate at the right time and also turn in at the right time and also making sure I don't hit any walls and all that or something. So I just need to be careful a little bit. So not a bad start. I decided to go at the front because it's much better than being at the back at Baku. I'd rather be at the front at Baku than being in the rear. So I don't mind being at the back, it's just impossible to get through there. And also the brakes around Baku brake bias is very difficult on this year's game compared to F1 22 and all that. Yeah, so if you watch the end of the race, it's quite it's kind of tense at the front, or P2 I think, because the needle was gone, and then you'll suddenly, you see what happened at the end of the race and all that. Yeah, so like that. So yeah, so I was trying to think, how could crossplay still hasn't come up yet on the patch. Maybe there's something wrong with crossplay. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing wrong with crossplay. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe it's just nagging really when some players join, leaving. That's it really. Sometimes it happens for some players, and then every time I do crossplay, I get connection problems. But it's okay on this one because I have no crossplay. I have no connection problems this time around, so it's nothing to do with my connection. There's something to do with the nagging. So a few times, every time I do crossplay, I'm actually okay doing crossplay now. So I think some people prefer doing crossplay compared to no crossplay. So I don't know why, but it's fine. So my teammate decided, to get past me at turn 1, so I signed up to battle that much because I don't want to lose time, and so hoping I can stay in his DRS, and then hopefully he can pull me along, and then we can catch up to that Alpha Tower or something. I don't know, for the lead, I'm guessing. Well, I haven't done Baku that much on this year's game because it's very difficult on the brake bias and where I need to go. I found it. I was struggling at this track actually, compared to the others. I'm quite surprised. Compared to the other circuits like Bahrain, Australia, Jeddah, happened a few weeks ago. Kind of okay a little bit, but Baku is what I'm struggling at. So compared to the others and all that. Yeah, just trying to follow my teammate through the middle sector using a little bit of ERS here. I haven't used it that much on the first lap because I was just saving it a little bit. I've got about 90% of the ERS, so I'm saving it as I'm saving it as much as I can really, and also I don't want to waste it at once and all that. Yeah, so what do you think about this? Well, I already said it. Do you think it's a good one or a bad one, or is there one or two things is missing? on this patch, or if is there something needs sorting out, or there's more needs fixing as well, or something like that. I would say I know there's 1 or 2 needs fixing, like the crossplay needs sorting out, needs fixing in orbit, on the delays in orbit sometimes, and also sometimes the EOS. I hope it'd be a little bit more, but save a bit more, but it's not gonna change it anyway. So I'm just saying it in the vid note, just save a little bit more. I don't know. I think that's only 2 things he's fixing really, and also maybe and also there is one thing I have to say. The Qatar pit lane is different compared to in real life, because in real life around Qatar, that happened last week, the pit lane's different. So they cut this bit out at the last corner, so it's a bit similar like Bahrain kind of, but yeah, so it made the pit lane a bit shorter. So that's quite interesting. So I hope they'll fix on that. They might fix on that, but I'm not sure. They might fix it on next year's game, but they're not sure they'll fix it. But maybe they might fix it. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe that'd be in the next patch, maybe. I don't know. That'd be a good idea. Well, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it's just one of those things, or something like that. Right, so we're at halfway in this race. Not doing too bad. I'm trying to stay in his DRS, using a bit of battery there, just to stay in his DRS. I'm only 810, so it's not that bad. So I've got the DRS. He's got a 2-second penalty though, so I've got a chance with P2 then. And also saving my battery as much as I can. And I've got this P4 guy right behind me. He's still on my tail, but I'm just trying to hold on as much as I can. And all that. I haven't got DRS on this straight, but I was quite surprised. So I was a little bit annoyed. Well, I was a little bit annoyed because I thought he'd help me a little bit. But I'm quite surprised. So yeah, it looks like I'm battling for P2 at this stage, or P3 at the moment, because of the because I might lose 2 seconds at this stage. On this. This race is not doing too bad at the moment. A little bit of nagging a little bit, but I'm still holding on for now. Yeah, Baku is normally... I'm struggling at Baku a little bit, because I haven't done Baku in a while. And also, it's very difficult on the brakes around Baku. Sometimes. So they're very difficult around the circuit, and all that. As I come towards this corner, the leader's made a mistake. So that puts me... well, for the lead of the race. So I'm quite surprised. So I might have a chance to win here. So all I've got to do now is try and stay in his DRS, but just need to be careful a little bit. Using all my battery through here, just trying to get into his DRS. And luckily I'm in his DRS, so I can use it now. Just to save the battery a bit more. And then hopefully be okay through there. Using a little bit here just to get momentum. But I wasn't close enough for the DRS detection, so a little bit annoying because he could have helped me a little bit, but maybe he was trying to clear away to win the race and all that. But at least I'm okay with it for now. So it looks like I'm cleared for second. I looked behind, the leader, well, who had the fast snap, crashed, I think. So that puts me into the top 3. So that's not too bad, actually. And also a little bit of time because of nagging and all that. So I had to be careful a little bit. I mean, it's alright for now. So now what I've got to do now is stay behind 2 seconds for the win. And hoping he hasn't... surely his battery should be ran out by now. Because I'm saving it so much as I can. I'll use a little bit just to get into his DRS and all that. Getting a little bit of time through here, so it's not too bad. So on the last lap now, so this is where I need to get into his DRS. Well, I don't have the DRS, so I had to save all my battery at the end. Come around the last corner. And hopefully the battery is enough to get me to the end and all that. So yeah, so that's it for this video, for this patch. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it a lot. I was saying a bit early because of this. He's in the toe. I just enough to get ahead of him, and I won the race. Fantastic. So that was the closest finish I had in this race. So that was the closest race I had so far. 41 thousandths of a second, or hundreds of a second. So that is a close finish. So yeah, I just got the win. I'm happy with that. So that's the closest finish yet so far on this game. And yeah, so like I said, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it a lot. That'll give you support and all that. So yeah, that's for this video, for the patch video. Hope you guys make sure everything's okay. If you make sure like that. Hope you guys have a nice day. Enjoy your day. And see you later.